Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Season 8 NRSL Universe Orlando Cup Series Chase Race number 8 here at DC. Hard enough to believe, guys. 2 more races after this, and we crown ourselves a champion. Let's go down to your starting lineup. On the pole, RJ Bishop for this race. I believe that's his first pole season, so he'll be in the Budweiser shootout next season. Next to him, Jeff James, highest running chaser right now. Third, Tim Fiegel. Fourth, Ember Ross. Fifth, Alex Ferranti. Sixth, Levi McIntyre. Seventh, JT Bryant. Eighth, Clint Spillman. Ninth, Cody Lamas playing the top 10 is Jessica Shelton. Here's the rest of your starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. And we'll be discussing points in just a bit while we go through the lineup. But on your final row, we have Trent Dunham and Kev Shearer. So, now that we got that out of the way, and I'll put it over to none. That way it works out from my end. Points coming into this come as the following. With Seth Cole having a 3-point lead over JT Bryant and Connor Meyer. And then you have Trent Dunham and James Qualls behind them. Then you have Clint Spillman, who's 6 points behind them. And then a whole bunch of drivers you're seeing from here on out are basically quite a ways back, like William Flickinger, Zachary Fitzwater, Keith Batson, Jesse Turner, Jeff James, Kate Anderson, Diego Yepes, and Phil Parker. They're all right within a blanket of 14 points each. So, kind of big circumstances right here. Some of these drivers that I mentioned, the rear of the field, more specifically Phil Parker, and then the guys with the tie, which is Kate Anderson, Jeff James, Keith Bassett, Jesse Turner. They need a really good run in order to keep themselves alive in the battle for the championship. Here comes the command to fire the engines here at DC.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there's the command. We are getting ready and set for the Tropicana 400 here at DC. And, oh boy, I know this racetrack has been very, very famous to a certain series in the past, but of course, we shall see what will happen here for this race. So the cars are rolling on off. Great sign right there. Everyone's going. Pace car making that dive down the pit road. 57 laps. What will happen here, man? Because I am ready for such a crazy race that's going to happen. Hope you guys are ready as well. And here we go. We are about showtime, ladies and gentlemen. As green flag is out and we're underway at DC. Let's roll. Completing lap number 1, Tim Fiegel will lead the lap over Alex Ferranti and JT Bryant. And I'll tell you what, the drivers that are doing pretty well in the points, you see JT Bryant's one of them there in that 22 with a great qualifying effort. And he's taking full advantage right there. And there's your previous race winner, Zach Rogers, who managed to become the second two-time winner this season, which is hard enough to believe. We've only had 2 multiple race winning drivers there, and car smacked the wall. I'm not sure who that was there, but oh, Alex Strait and Dylan Pote, pair of teammates there, about turned each other. But a lot of people here trying to do what they can to at least finish out on the high note. But for the chasers, you know, they're trying to hunt down Seth Cole, Connor Meyer, and JT Bryant, and right now it's hard enough to believe and say that Seth Cole is in this position, trying to battle for a championship. Jesse Turner kind of checking up right there with Gardner and Osborne. Yikes. A close call there. Oh, man, Clint Spillman, a 4-wide scenario. I think he was the one that tagged the wall there. And working our way back up the front just to make sure everything was all good there. Cody Lamas up to the point, having a good run here. Winner at Homestead earlier this season. 4 wide scenario. I think he was the one that tagged the wall there. And working our way back up the front just to make sure everything was all good there. Cody Lamas up to the point, having a good run here. Winner at Homestead earlier this season. 4 wide scenario. I think he was the one that tagged the wall there. And working our way back up the front just to make sure everything was all good there. Cody Lamas up to the point, having a good run here. Winner at Homestead earlier this season. Now Rogers trying to be a first-time, three-time winner this season. He's got to hold off Diego Yepes and Ember Ross. And look, ironic enough, too, is that the closest driver you can find that has yet to win this season is RJ Bishop. And he's had probably such a miserable season altogether. Every other driver that you see here has won a race, especially in the top 10, excluding also Jessica Shelton, the 0-2. That's another driver that's been doing very poorly in the points, and really it's not been doing well at all, but trying to at least do something good here. Now here comes Ember in the 77, trying to make a move for the lead. Couldn't do so. Yepes, nice move on the high line there. Will hold on to the lead for the time being. Now Zach Rogers trying to take full advantage there, and probably not where you want to be on that high line there, even with the draft. But he's going to give it a shot, and not enough momentum there. McIntyre full head of steam right there in that 99, looking for P3 off Zach Rogers, and we'll get the position there. It's good to see Yepes is out here in the front, because the chase really hasn't been too much. Right now, he's a grand total of, as I'm doing the calculation, 28 back from Seth Cole, and he right now is getting everything that he needs right now in this run. Well, the problem is he's got to deal with JT Bryant in that 22 that, you know, Seth Cole can continue where he's at, and that's going to be good. That's going to be only good for a certain point in time there. There's Noah Hart in the 18, very well known with this track and him there, and looking to the inside on Brett Pritchard in the 54, trying to make a move. That is for 13th and can't seem to do it. Actually, for 12th rather, my bad. Shelton is looking underneath Tim Fiegel for... Oh, never mind. That was for a spot outside the top 10. Fiegel slides up the track. He's going to lose at least 4 spots right there. Jeff James goes around him. Now Devin Becker's going to try to make a move on him. There's the teammates there. Audrey Baranowskis, Ramy Fisher. They'll be back next season. And they'll be keeping their main sponsors, Delta and Credit One, respectively. And Baranowski's saying, all right, I want to get in the top 10. Time for you to move out of the way. And now just can't seem to get the momentum. Now he's going to try to get off turn 3. This is where really that inside line really isn't as strong. It's strong, but it's like you have to get more of the draft. Turn 1, you really get run off the inside line right there. You can see it with Baranowskis there and Jessica Shelton. Nice move right there. Now William Flickinger starting to fall back a little bit in that 8 car. Zach Rogers looking underneath JT Bryant. That's for position number 5. RJ Bishop in the 98. Got to give him a lot of credit here. Despite how poor the season's been for that 98 team. He's just wanting to rebound. Try to at least get a couple of good finishes here on out. Maybe a win. Ronti has not had a good season at all in that 84 car. He's looking for a bit of a run there. 3 wide behind. That's Brett Pritchard, Jeff James, Devin Becker. Pritchard wisely hit the gas and got out of there. Look at Tim Fiegel down the middle of the 95, the JBL Toyota. He had to check up a little bit there, but he got one of the spots. And now Jesse Turner with the full head of steam in the 78. This is another driver that knows this track very, very well. And you see him, he's cutting through so many people trying to get some spots. Good move by the Aflac Mercedes. Right now, Yepes, top chaser, and still leading the field. Let's take a look at the rear real quickly here. Both the Keith duo, Courtney and Kyle, in 42nd and 41st. Right now, 40th actually. Kyle Matthews in that Kings Island Chevrolet trying to get around Kyle for that 40th position. Zachary Fitzwater, another poor showing for him, and Kate Anderson. Trent Dunham, this is not what he needed at all. There's Seth Cole and Connor Meyer and Clint Spillman and Keith Batson all within the mix. Remember, Kev Shear started dead last, already working his way up through the top 25. Now trying to hunt down Charles Samper in that 0-3. Clint started to make some momentum in that 24. And now Batson under fire from Johnny Gardner. I guarantee you for Batson, the main drivers he wants to finish ahead of, out of all the chasers, has to be Meyer and Seth Cole. But you know, the time is ticking. Really got to make your moves necessary. Because after this race, That cutoff is going to be at 31 points. So you know deep down, some of those drivers who are just a bit of ways behind that are really struggling in the chase battle there, this is their opportunity to really get that good run. But then you got drivers like JT, who's up there in that 4th position, now actually taking a spot from Levi McIntyre there for position. My bad, I just had a small belch there. Emma Ross is taking the lead there. And now the 99 is starting to lose some momentum. Here comes Zach Rogers. Here comes RJ Bishop. Ooh, Rogers had a check up right there, coming off of turn 4, heading to the start-finish line. And now William Flickinger going to the inside for position. Trouble spot is going to be turn 2. I can tell you that for a fact. We've seen the test that's been going on by here that people have having a little bit of trouble coming off that turn. They'll check up off that turn and they'll have a wreck. So interesting to see what will happen. We've had accidents also before here, just like that on the front straightaway, just like what you just seen there. But a lot of stranger things can happen. Not a good day for Sidekeep Motorsports there. 3 of their drivers in the bottom 3. You got Trent Dunham also here. Sky Commons, which is funded by SKM, is also here. And same for Dylan Thoreau. Benjamin Miles also here as well. Actually, all the drivers are not doing well. Holy cow. Definitely not a good showing at all for Sidekeep Motorsports. Yepes trying to hunt down Ember Ross in the 77, trying to do what he can to capture his 2nd win of the season. He won earlier back at Sebring. In case you're wondering about Ember Ross in the 77, I believe her win was at Indy. Yes, indeed the case. And Cody Lomster, winner at Homestead, all right there. Alex Ferranti is starting to make some ground on that 84 car, hunting down Cody Lamas in the 48. I'll tell you what, got to give credit to Ross. Ever since she took that lead early on, she has not looked back. And it was kind of like how what happened in Indy. You know, she took the lead when that happened, and she just kept running away even after the cycle of green flag pit stops. So, interesting ordeal here. Closest battle we got. That's going to be Tim Fiegel and Jeff James there. Noah Hart in the 18 is under fire from Devin Becker in the 36. That's for just inside the top 20. Now Phil Parker trying to go underneath Noah Hart, trying to see if he can hunt down Jeff James in the 20. Spillman now under fire from Kevin Shearer. How about that 0-0? He's starting to make a bit of a rebound right now and put himself on the attack. Now trying to go after his own teammate, Johnny Gardner, for position, and will look underneath. Can't make the move, though. Even though he does wash up the track a bit. And then behind them, Keith Batson and Clint Spillman. That's a chase battle right here. We're just going to keep an eye on this one here. And Batson, nice run off the turn. Not cleared yet. But he gets a good exit off, too. And with help of Dylan Potey in the 31... still side by side. Spillman's not giving up in that John Deere Chevrolet, and Batson just lost his drafting buddy right there. Still side by side, and Clint's getting a better exit right there, and he is going to at least hold on for now, for the time being on that position. Nice move by Spillman. This just shows a good valued veteran that knows how to handle these tracks very, very well. Now Gardner's going to really wash up the course, and that's going to allow Clint Spillman to make a move right there. Meyer not having a good run in 29th. Seth Cole's been falling back a little more. He's now 34th. This is good news for JT Bryant, the 22. And Ferranti going to come down pit road on lap 28 of 57. He'll be the only one right now. RJ Bishop will follow. Just those 2 drivers. That's it. Now let's see about Ross and the others. They're going to come down this time by, and that is the case. Let's see. William Flickinger is going to stay out. Your Armory winner, Phil Parker, Charles Sanford, Benjamin Miles, Clint Spillman. Or, not, I'm sorry, John Art, rather. Not I mentioned before. Jeffrey Finguy also staying out. Seth Cole, Alex Drayton. Zachary Fitzwater. Courtney Keith also staying out. Those drivers, Alex Ferranti, RJ Bishop out and away. Ferranti, easy pit stop for him. Same can be said for RJ Bishop. And now the rest of the guys are going to come on down. So I guarantee you we will be caution-free throughout the race. And Kev Shear just ran to the back of Trent Dunham there. Qualls, nice job getting off pit road. No problems for him. Jesse Turner you're seeing. Someone is having a little difficulty on pit road. That's Devin Becker in the 36. Oh, Meyer just ran into Keith Batson there. This is the only pit road where it's so wide, and yet these drivers have difficulty trying to get out of pit road. I could have sworn I thought I seen damage on Kyle Keith in the 42 in the rear. Probably it's just the angle it's shown, but no, he looks good though. And now Flickinger leaving his stall, being the first one out for him. I believe the cycle may go to Alex Ferranti in the 84, and that is indeed the case. Who pitted earliest, and it worked out for him. What a bold move, and it's going to work out into his favor. That is indeed the case. What a bold move by Alex Ferranti in the 84. And he will lead his first lap of the race. And actually quite a while, too, for that Ally Chevrolet. So we're going to wait about a lap or two, and then we'll go through our full field rundown there. Look at the rest of the field there. Remember, RJ Bishop was the one that pitted with Alex Ferranti. Right now, he is P4 as of what we speak. Now we'll go the full field rundown there. Ferranti out in front your lead. Second, battle for it, actually, is Ember Ross and Diego Yepes. Yepes, the highest running chaser, might I add. RJ Bishop is fourth. Fifth, Cody Lamas. Sixth, Audra Baranowskis. Lamas actually just took it away from Audra there. Seventh is Levi McIntyre. Eighth, JT Bryan. He kind of had an okay pit stop, kind of chuffed it a little bit there, but he hung on, though. Ninth, Jessica Shell. Completing the top 10 is Zach Rogers. William Flickinger, you see, is starting to make a bit of a comeback in that Exalta Chevrolet. He had to get the tires warmed up, and now with the freshest amount of rubber, he's going to be on the attack. And right now, first target sight is set on Zach Rogers there. And then behind William Flickinger are a couple of chasers, Phil Parker and James Quall. So keep an eye on these three drivers towards the end of this race as they continue to battle, because that will really mean a lot right there for where they'll finish out. Brett Pritchard, 14th, 15th, Charles Sanford, 16th, John Hart, 17th, Jeff James. Not a bad run for that 20 team, but they're going to need some insurance in order to keep themselves alive in the hunt, mainly that 22 car. Ramey Fisher, 18th, Kev Shear, 19th, and Tim Fiegel playing top 20. Give credit to Kev Shear. He started 42nd in this race, and he's in the top 20. What a great run for that 00 team there, your winner at Open Roads. Benjamin Miles, 21st, Noah Hart, 22nd, Dev Becker, 23rd, Jesse Turner, 24th, Connor Meyer, 25th. That's tied for second in the points. And remember, he's got some right side damage because of running into another driver there, or another driver hit him, I should say. Now I just lost that spot to Johnny Gardner. 27th, Dylan Potey. 28th, Keith Batson. He was doing good a little earlier. Remember, he just got involved a little bit with some damage. I don't know how well the damage is here. It looks like he's fine, so that's a good sign right there for that 39 team. But we shall see what happens. Zachary Fitzwater, though, he's going to try to make a battle for him there for that spot. 30th is Trent Dunham. 31st, Seth Cole. 32nd, Courtney Keith. 33rd is Clint Spillman. 34th, Quentin Moore. 35th, Dylan Thoreau. 36th, Jeffrey Finguy. He did not benefit from those pit stops. 37th, Sky Commons. 38th, Alex Drayton. 39th, Joshua Osborne. 40th is Kyle Keith. 41st, Kate Anderson. 42nd, Kyle Matthews. And now a battle for the lead is ensuing between Ferranti, Yepes, and Ross. Here comes Yepes for the lead. Go, Diego, go. Out in front, retaking the lead. Well, now that they're battling, this is going to allow Cody Lamas behind to actually catch up with them. And they're right within one another, too. Bishop is trying to cling on to Baranowski's back bumper while they're trying to catch up to Cody Lamas, who is reeling in Alex Ferranti little by little. Now, another thing I forgot to mention, too, is when we looked at the all-time wins list, Cody Lamas in the 48 and Clint Spillman in the 24 are tied actively for the most wins all time. Cody's win at Homestead helped out that benefit there. So for Clint, I guarantee you, he does not want Cody to win yet. Now Ember Ross is going to retake the lead from Yepes. Alex Ferranti back on the attack. Cody Lamas has now entered the chat on going for the win. And Andre Bernalskis, RJ Bishop just behind. I guarantee you, if a caution comes out now, this will change a lot of things, but they are very separated right now, and I doubt that'll happen unless something absolutely drastic happens. Keith Batson, oh my goodness, this car is falling back like a rock, and he just lost a chase spot to Clint Spillman and Seth Cole. He has got some damage on that car, and it is affecting that 39 team. Tough break for Keith Batson. Definitely not what he needed at all. And this is really going to hinder him big time. He will probably be in must-win situation next week if he is not mathematically eliminated right now. Meanwhile, Ross now going to have to deal with a couple of Jimmy Johnson fans, Diego Yepes, Audrey Bernalskis, and RJ Bishop. McIntyre just way too far back right now. Last time by, 440, now 438. Nowhere close. James Qualls now into 9th. Under fire from William Flickinger in the 8 car. That's for position. Now remember, the only guy that's bound for the win that's a chaser is Diego Yepes. JT Bryant's actually falling outside the top 10. He actually lost all those spots, by the way, to Parker, Flickinger, and Qualls. Bryant right now 13th. The next chaser behind, you got to go all the way back to Jeff James in 17th, and he's still quite a ways back because if you look between the two, 654 was Bryant and James was 8, 9, and 7, so they are nowhere close right now, but I can guarantee you if Bryant has an issue, a lot of people that are ahead, that are quite a ways ahead of Seth Cole and Connor Meyer, they will be thanking the gods for everything there. Ember Ross, when we cross the line, will be 11 laps to go for that Service Care Toyota. Trying to look for a second career Cup Series victory. Or actually, I believe it's her third, actually, that she's looking for. I'm going to double check this right now, but I am pretty certain it's her third, if that is the case. But regardless, though, while I'm looking at it... Oh, no, she's looking for a second. My bad. She has got to hold off a hungry Alex Ferranti in that 84. RJ Bishop has just passed Audrey Bernalskis. That's for the 5th position. And with 10 to go, now to be 9 to go at the line. What do you do if you're trying to get to that 77 and make a pass? And if I were drivers like Ferranti, Yepes, and Lamas, I would work together, catching up to the 77's rear, and then make a move from there. Ferranti did gain some ground, though, on the 77. At least about a second, almost. Or not a second, a 10th faster, I mean. Excuse me. Second faster, what am I saying? Ferranti, though, in that Ally Chevrolet, hunting down that 77, doing everything he can in his power to hunt him down. 8 to go. Real quick on that top 10 battle there you're seeing. They've actually caught up to Levi McIntyre. That will be for 7th if Parker can make the pass. JT Bryant now has been reeled in by Brett Pritchard in the 54. And probably won't be done anything yet. Tell you what, Ferranti has been kind of like in limbo of where he's been getting a little bit of ground gain and not really a whole lot. They're only separated by about a 10th faster. It's all it's been, a 10th. Ross just trying to hang on for dear life. She knows that she's got to deal with a very hungry 84 car who's looking for a winless streak to be dropped today. Now Lamas looking underneath Diego Yepes for 3rd. He went a little too low there, but Yepes goes even higher, and that's going to really help out the 48 team. Or so you think. Can't make the move. Yepes is going to hold on for the time being. Ferranti is losing ground on Ross. 5 to go. Yeah, Ferranti definitely ran a slower lap. I seen that with the way how the 84 was driving there. You could just hear the horsepower in that car. Now Lamas has actually passed Yepes for third. Even though it don't matter, Yepes is still the top chaser. But I guarantee these drivers that are there, they're still going to be hungry going for a win. Here comes RJ for fourth. Remember, those two are teammates right there. But Bishop, he wants a win this season, but I think time's going to run out for those drivers. And Batson fell all the way back to 38th. Holy cow. What a miserable day for him. Yepes will hang on to third. 3 laps to go for Emma Ross in the 77. Can she hold on and get the win? Ferranti's just not had enough for that 77. He's trying, though. You can see that 84 is trying to do whatever he can to reel in that 77 and make a move. But can he do it, though? We're going to stick to that main battle for the win here. 2 to go when we cross the line for Emma Ross in the 77. Ferranti lost ground. 400 he lost right there. Man, he's got to hope for a miracle at this point if he wants this win. But I just don't see it happening. Caution-free race throughout this one here, just like the Xfinity race. White flag will be displayed at the line for Emma Ross in the 77, the Canadian. One more lap around for Emma Ross. Can she hold on and get her second win of her career? Emma Ross, who had a pretty solid Xfinity season the season prior. Her rookie season, the Cup Series didn't go so well, and the second season has been all right. But coming off of turn 3, heading off of turn number 4, she's going to do it. Checker flag. Emma Ross is going to win the Tropicana 400 at DC. And a solid day for Emma Ross. She had one of the more dominant cars today and will get it done. Wow, Bishop barely held off McIntyre there. But congratulations to Emma Ross on getting her second win of the season and in her career. And what a big day for that Service Care Toyota. So let's get on down to your full finishing results. Emma Ross with the win. Alex Ferranti second. Diego Yepes in third. RJ Bishop fourth. Levi McIntyre fifth. Audrey Baranowski sixth. Phil Parker's son, William Flickinger in eighth. James Qualls ninth. And completing the top 10, Jessica Shelton. Wow. That's great to see that the 0-2 finally getting the top 10 run there that she needed. Just a quick look at some of the chasers mentioned. JT Bryant will come away 12th there in that 22. He's actually passing a couple of the non-chasers there. And Jeff James, he was actually gaining a little bit of ground on that 22, but just ran out of time there. Looking on through, finding Seth Cole and Connor Meyer. Seth Cole finished 29th. Spillman finished ahead of him. Fitzwater, Turner, James. So I believe JT Bryan will actually be the new points leader by 1 point. Meyer just behind him too, and very documented by some of the other drivers there. Cody Lamas actually was not on the lead lap. He was actually 2 laps down. Oh. Then wait a second. I just want to see this real quick. How did he end up 2 laps down? Oh, he came down pit road. Oh. Wow. He was up there battling the front of the field and had to come down pit road with a few laps to go. Oh, that's a heartbreak. That's what led Shelton getting the top 10 right there. Oh, that is unfortunate. Wow, I really don't know what to say there. That sucks. Well then. So now that we got that out of the way, here's the rest. As you can see, here on out. So I think it will be safe to say that indeed the case, JT Bryant will be the new points leader because, remember I mentioned before in the program, he was only 3 points behind Seth Cole at the time of doing this race. And you can see he got 1. He got 2. He got 3. He got 4. And then there's Seth. So he's going to be the new point leader by 1 point. 1 point. James Qualls will probably be a point behind them. But the one who benefited big was Diego Yepes in the 59. He got exactly what he needed. Same can be said for Phil Parker as well. They were the two drivers that desperately needed the most, and there they are. Well, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment your thoughts, subscribe, part of the NRSL, and that subscribe button down below. You've been watching production of the NRSL, where racing is living. Till then, goodbye, everybody from DC. A strategy-filled race going on by. We will see you next week when we head over to Kansas. 2 more races to go for both series, and the season's wrapped up when we crown ourselves a champion. Zen Joltis. We'll see what happens until then. Goodbye, everybody. Here come the points.